Imagine a capacitor, charging. Current flows into one plate and out of the other. If we draw a loop around the wire connecting to the capacitor, Ampere's law correctly predicts a magnetic field circling the wire. But what about a loop between the capacitor plates? There's no physical charge moving there, so according to Ampere's law, there should be no magnetic field. Yet, experiments show a magnetic field does exist in that region. This is Maxwell's missing puzzle piece. Ampere's law in its original form states that a magnetic field curl around a current is proportional to the enclosed conduction current. Phi of B dot dl equals mu naught I enclosed. This holds perfectly for steady currents. But as charges accumulate on a capacitor plate, the current to the plate stops and the electric field between the plates grows. The problem arises when we consider the surface through which we measure the enclosed current. If we deform our Amperian loop surface to pass between the plates, it encloses no conduction current. This leads to an inconsistency. The magnetic field around the wire should be the same, regardless of the surface chosen for the integral, but Ampere's law breaks this consistency. The fundamental issue was a gap in understanding what current truly meant. Visually, the electric field lines between the capacitor plates are not static. They are rapidly increasing in density and strength as the capacitor charges. It's not a flow of physical particles, but a dynamic transformation of the electric field itself. This changing field somehow mimics the effect of a conventional current. Maxwell, through a deep understanding of symmetry in electromagnetism, proposed that a changing electric field could also act as a source of a magnetic field, just like a moving charge. He called this the displacement current. It wasn't a flow of charge, but a conceptual current representing the rate of change of electric flux. Think of it like this. If you have a surface and suddenly more and more electric field lines begin piercing through it or existing lines intensify, that rapid change in electric flow or pressure exerts a rotational influence, creating a magnetic field. It's a geometric effect where a temporal change in one field induces a spatial rotation in another.
Maxwell's brilliant addition to Ampere's law was the term epsilon naught times the derivative of the electric flux with respect to time. Here, phi e represents the electric flux, which is the amount of electric field passing through a given surface. The term d phi e divided by dt quantifies the rate of change of this electric flux. So, the displacement current, ID, equals epsilon naught times the derivative of the electric flux with respect to time, effectively means that a rapidly changing electric field is equivalent to a current, even in empty space. With this crucial addition, Ampere's law became consistent even in the problematic case of the charging capacitor. The complete equation is the integral of B dot dl equals mu naught times the sum of conduction current plus epsilon naught times the derivative of the electric flux with respect to time. Now, between the capacitor plates, the conduction current is zero, but the changing electric field creates a non-zero displacement current. This displacement current term perfectly fills the void, ensuring that the magnetic field predicted between the plates matches the magnetic field around the connecting wire. Geometrically, as the electric field lines between the capacitor plates strengthen or weaken, they don't just sit there. Their temporal variation causes them to curl a magnetic field around themselves. Picture the electric field as a set of arrows pointing in one direction. If these arrows are rapidly growing or shrinking in magnitude, this dynamic action generates a circular magnetic field perpendicular to the direction of change. It's a magnetic field caused by the change in the electric field's strength and density, rather than by moving charges. This seemingly small correction had monumental implications. It unified electricity and magnetism completely. It showed that a changing electric field produces a magnetic field, and Faraday's law already showed that a changing magnetic field produces an electric field. This elegant symmetry meant that oscillating electric and magnetic fields could self-propagate through space as a wave. These waves are what we call electromagnetic radiation. Light, radio waves, X-rays all travel at a constant speed, the speed of light. Maxwell's displacement current was not just a mathematical fix, but it was a profound geometric insight. It completed the framework of electromagnetism, revealing a universe where fields are not static entities, but dynamic, interconnected partners capable of self-sustaining propagation. It was the essential piece to fully describe light and laid the foundation for all modern wireless communication.